One of the things I never saw coming when starting the amp hour was the rise of open source silicon. And we've actually seen that step by step by step, having guests on the show like Mohammed Qassem, who is at eFabless, and other people like Andreas Olofsson and Tim Ansell, and other people that are talking about it all the time, Matt Venn, just all of these people working on open source silicon and enabling it for people to get lower cost open source silicon. Well, there was a setback back in June where eFabless, one of the companies, Mohammed was the CTO there, it shut down. It just disappeared. And there's been kind of this void, and now companies are coming into the fold to make it possible to continue building there. I mean, to the point, we've had Matt Venn from Tiny Tapeout on a couple times now, and Tiny Tapeout was built on top of eFabless, basically making it even cheaper. Instead of a $10,000 thing, as Matt's showing here, $300 to get your own chip. Well, that was no longer possible unless there was another service to backfill. To step in, Tim, there are other options, but Tim's now building a wafer.space or wafer.space, and this is a new Singapore-based venture. For $7,000, you get 1,000 chips on a 180 nanometer process, which is pretty wild, and that is enough to really build a product, as Tim talks about on episode 703 of the Amp Hour. So open source silicon, open source PDKs, a lot of the stuff that Tim's worked when he was at Google, where he's no longer there, that is now accessible. This is one of the many providers that's going to make it possible to build your own chips and get quite a few of them. We talk all about it on episode 703 of the Amp Hour. Check it out on your favorite podcast player.